I'll take 2 of those maps.
Alright, they each weigh 1.
Cool.
So. Excuse me. Rust, which one do you take?
It's up to you.
By the way, does any of the iconography look familiar to her?
No. Nothing looks
Okay.
familiar to you. It doesn't seem to trigger
So-
anything for you.
Since you've been writing the background info for the Acacian Empire and the Nox, Sats wouldn't have probably been practical weaponry, even like well-used weaponry. So she'll probably take the hammer.
Zama.
It's hammer time.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up the hammer, and it seems a lot more usable than the ones that were in the other room. But it still kind of gives you the ceremonial feel to it.
She looks it over again, like checking for any familiarity, but ends up tying it to her pack. Not wanting to. It's old and not wanting to risk it too much without having Echo's magic inspected.
So, as you tie it to your back, that warhammer weighs, I think it's 5 less than a regular warhammer. Or not 5 less. That'd just be nothing. It'd be 2 less.
Warhammer. Well, 2 less is still nothing.
Is it 2? I thought it was 5.
It's 2.
Alright, then it weighs 1.
Okay. Change its damage type to D10 because I have that ability.
And Nobu,
Okay.
as you pick up the scythe, basically the same way of describing it to her, it doesn't feel like this is something that you probably should use in combat. It feels ceremonial.
Oh, Rust, what you got there?
Actually, do any of the statues look like they should be holding something?
As you look at them, the one that you passed looks that it's missing a sheath, or missing a weapon in its sheath.
A sword, I assume then.
It looks like a sword sheath, yes.
Russ is gonna like backtrack, see if there's one that would look like it'd hold a hammer or a scythe.
As you do, the one that seemed to be crying looks to have a loop that some type of a pole arm could go through, or a scythe.
Noble, come over here. This one look like it could hold a hammer.
So as you put the scythe in the one that was crying, Sienna, you hear a very noticeable stone grinding on stone noise from up there. But from Nobu and Rust down by the crying statue, or the sad statue, it just looks like you put it in there and nothing happened.
So we're up here?
Yes, because I said by you.
I'm sorry, I didn't
I still
see where
haven't
you
put
pointed.
mine in. I'm going to go find the statue that looks like it can hold a hammer. So I should catch up with the rest.
So, as you get to the one that looked like it was angry,
Of course.
it seems to have a slot that would make sense for holstering a warhammer on.
She places it into the slot.
Again, Sienna, you hear a noise.
So, what are you people doing over there? I'm hearing a lot of noises, rock grinding around this part.
I'm trying to
Good.
fix the weapon.
Also, I see
Just gonna-
a winged skeleton of some sort of beast. I think it's like a big bird. Do we know what dragons are?
Dragons haven't existed in years, so no.
Does Russ know
Yes,
what
it's a-
dragon is?
Dragons were fiction for Rust.
Okay, that's hilarious. As Russ run past the map, does it look like a normal map from air standards?
I took the maps actually.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. Sienna took the map, so those wouldn't actually be there right now.
Okay, now that has to be a prank. Those things don't exist.
Why would they
Where
just
did you
put
hear
a
this, Dawn?
Why would they just put a prank here? I feel
More
like this would
importantly,
be...
where did you hear the stone come from? The sound.
How is this? How is something more important than an actual find of some mythical creature? Like, is this a new creature that we are discovering? Could this have existed for thousands of years ago? This is a great find. How could you just walk over it and ask for
This is an
stone?
unmoving skeletal body, and there are sounds.
Yes, and I live for this shit. I mean, not shit.
Remember it. Remember it. Remember it.
Impressive.
Say it.
I live for this sands and sky. I do not know exactly.
There you go.
I live for this by the sands and sky. Gosh! I go down and start looking over it. Can I roll like an investigation? Start going over in the sand.
Okay,
Sure.
but more importantly, where did you hear the sound?
Oops, it's still rolling on GM. But 22 investigation.
Answer Rust, please.
It is over there.
Thank you.
So near this big creepy magic circle thing. A character. I didn't see the boop.
So, looking through here is going to take you a while, so Sienna, you begin to... Do you have Prospector's tools? Or whatever tools? Any tools to help you in this?
I have. Hold on. Nope. I don't really have anything on me for that.
So the question is, are you going to be doing this with your hands?
Yes.
Are you sure?
That's
With an
what you listen to,
archaeological
right?
mind, are you sure?
No.
Okay.
Like she goes to it, but just.
Do I seem to make any headway with the ancient weapon I've been working on?
You using mending on the weapons seems to fix cracks and whatnot, but it doesn't seem like mending's fixing the frailty of the weapon itself.
Okay.
You think that it might be just too far gone and old, that the material that you would need to fix them fully is just not there anymore.
Rust, what were you doing with all that running around? Oh, don't make me make you hear me. I'll get closer. What was all that running around about?
Careful about the skeleton. Do not touch the fossil.
I won't step on it. Chill.
Thank you.
Huge footprint around the tail.
As you look down and see what she's talking about, and you kind of pause for a moment, because
Uh-oh.
you look down and you swear this looks
Please
like
don't fuck me up.
one of the demons that you saw when you had to fight off against the demon assault. Except much smaller.
Skeletal version?
And much, much smaller.
And dead.
I pull out the cross around my neck. My eyes are going to flicker the gold they're known for. Sienna, get away from there.
No, this is a find. What are you doing?
It is not a find, it's a demon.
This is no demon. This is.
I have
Something-
seen it before. It is a demon.
I mean, I'm pretty. Demons are like spirits. They don't have skeletons.
Have you seen a demon?
Hello, Sitters. Come here.
I have experience
creepy.
with spirits. Spirits?
I have experience with this particular kind of demon. So, booming voice, get away from it.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
PJ likes my spell. Oh, yeah, advantage. Advantage. Intimidation.
Uh-huh.
Get the fuck away from it.
Get by the science and sky away from it.
Yes.
So even though you feel like this is important, this is something that you want to investigate more on, the kind of visage that Echo is making right now as you watch the effect of his spell take hold, his eyes begin to glow and change color. It takes you a bit off guard, as you've never seen a sight like this from him before.
Yeah, she would falter and like put a hand to her chest, looking up at Echo. It's dead, Mr. Echo. There's nothing to be worried about.
Demons don't die, just temporarily.
Right, but this is... It's not... I don't think it's anything to be worried.
Just stay away from it till we're finished checking out this place. Then you can go back and do whatever you want, and I'll get the hell out.
She would stand and brush off her dress. Alright, don't step on it, please.
Of course not.
Back up to Rust.
There's some shit going on here, son.
You look at this column that has a bunch of unknown script going around the entire column of it, as it seems to be locked in some type of stone structure in the ground. And as you look up, the column seems to go up far beyond your torchlight can reach the top of.
What's this shit behind me?
Sand.
I can sort of see what looks like a barrel in the sand.
Yes, you can.
I'd like to go inspect the barrel in the sand and wait for the bumbling archaeologist to get here to look at the pill, because she probably speaks a lot of languages, or can read a lot of languages, being an archaeologist, you know. They're smart people.
Yes, we are. She'll make her way over to Miss Rust. Hello, Miss Rust. What have you found?
Say it.
Wait, okay. There are very lot of ash piles around here. Does anyone understand why these ash piles are here? Oh, hello,
Yeah,
Mr.
really
Noble.
people.
I'm sorry?
Meanwhile, Rust is digging around the dirt, trying to find, seeing a lump in the sand and trying to tug out a barrel, I assume.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
There's a skeleton.
It's only just a bunch of gold. As
Is that a piano?
Sienna would edge around this ash pile. So what is this here?
A column with etchings written all around it.
Okay. I'll make my way over to there and read said etching, see if I can figure it out.
It seems to be not words, but markings.
These are just markings that's almost gibberish, but I would assume there it means something. Can I roll a religion or history check to see if these markings come up anywhere?
You may try.
It's history.
That was really
Yeah.
effective.
Damn.
They seem to match a lot of what you know of what people say they found in ruins around the Pyramid of Arcus.
Oh,
Uh,
these
Hey.
markings, they seem to be very similar to what people describe around, ruins around Arcus, the pyramid. This
So-
is very interesting.
as soon as she hears that, Russ turns around, takes a look at it again. Is that anything, again, familiar?
Make an
That
investigation check.
Do I have advantage because of... Nah,
Sienna?
I don't.
Yeah, I guess,
Huh.
yeah, Sienna would be aiding you, so go ahead.
Okay.
So 16. As you look around it, you start to realize these aren't random etchings, these aren't words. These are numbers. And sets of numbers.
Thinking of dates, any of those numbers, if they're dates, significant to the Empire.
Thinking of it in dates? No. Nothing seems to be significant.
Does it look like it's counting down?
Technically, yes. As you reach down, it seems to get higher. And as you go higher up the pillar, the numbers get lower.
These are numbers.
She perks up. I'm sorry?
She
You'll-
points at the lowest etching and says, "That's a 0," and then she essentially points at the spiraling etching and says, "It just keeps counting up and up."
How do you know that?
I'm old.
How old are you, Miss Rust?
48.
48 what?
Yes? What do you expect? Listen, I've been around quite a bit.
Pardon me, but I have been studying for quite a while, and as far as I know, these are just symbols that people have seen around the pyramid. No one has really been able to decipher these.
Well, that's their fault.
Uh-huh. Sienna
Do you
clearly
guys-
unconvinced.
If a trained archaeologist can't decipher simple numbers, and a nobody mercenary can, then that's the problem with the archaeologist.
I
Do you
see.
do you all think this sand is a little weird?
It's kind of
Sienna
a
looks
different
over.
colour.
Yes, that scent looks very weird, but I mean, these symbols.
Okay, you found out their numbers. Let's see if we can't figure something else out.
Sigh. What else could there possibly be over here? She starts moving the sand around.
Kneels at the base of the column and sees if she can turn it in any way. Plus,
was muted. First thing first, Sienna, you move the sand around, and as you do, you start to see piles among piles of gold and rusted weapons underneath it.
Oh! Oh!
You were saying?
And Rust, you try to turn it, make a strength check. Actually, athletics. As yes, you tend to turn it as it begins to move down in a counterclockwise motion.
Does it make a grinding sound?
Yes, it does.
So Sienna looks at all the gold she turns, sees Rust turning this. Just hear her mutter under her breath, "Why does it count up? Why is it counting down?"
Sissy goes over back to Rust. What are you doing?
Moving. Is it getting near the bottom yet?
Oh no, you do not see a top to this pillar at all.
But does it look like the zero and such is gone now?
Yeah, then when you move it down, the numbers get obscured because it gets dug into the earth.
This is going to take a while. Keep searching your gold. I'm going to keep moving this pillar.
No, this pillar is very interesting, and the fact that you know so much about it, I guess I should probably learn from you then.
Trust me, I really don't know what this is.
Well, then I guess we'll learn together. Continue. She's just looking over the pillar.
So I see gold, chests, and is that a table or just a bunch of rusted weapons?
As you look around, the first weapon you saw was rusted. These other ones don't seem to be a day older than what they probably were when made.
Rust, what did you do with those weapons?
Well, put them in some of the statues.
Quick remembering of how many statues there were. 3.
If you found a sword,
6.
there was one missing a sword. Or if you found like a really long knife, or oh no, we put the polar one.
3, 6,
Sorry if I
7 in
sound
total.
distracted. This is taking a long time.
She used 2. How many weapons do I see?
So, you see a sword and a staff, and after you dig through some of these gems, you see a shield.
Seeing as Nobu can't really do anything right now, I'm going to hand him the 2 weapons and ask him to go put them in the to try to see if he can find statues with perspective weapons missing.
And as
And
he
just
does
let
that,
him do that.
staying here, Rust and Sienna, when Nobu puts the, let's say, the shield there, or you said weapon, so the sword
Yeah,
in,
the 2 weapons.
you watch as the column, on its own, begins to turn down, until the row only shows the numbers that represent, like, 60 through 70. At the very bottom. And everything else being in the earth.
So it stops. Rust points at one of the scribbles, says, "That number is 69."
Sienna gets out her ink thing and goes to a page of something that she has and starts writing that down.
I asked Nobu if he saw one where a shield would go.
He would nod.
I would hand it back to him and tell him to go put it back.
And after putting the shield back, the column would begin to turn clockwise, moving upwards, until the numbers of 10 through 20 would be shown.
Can Rust physically move it again?
Yes, you could.
Out of character, I think me moving it screwed up the puzzle.
Stop screwing stuff up.
Rust. So wait, it started at zero. The lowest was 0, right?
At first, yes.
Now it's back.
It's
So now
back
it's
up to
all the
10
way
through
back.
20.
So the lowest is 10 through 20.
Correct.
She traces over those numbers. Trusting if anything in particular that 10 through 20 will match.
Nothing seems to come to mind particularly.
Let's see. There were 4 weapons and 1 shield. We could have Nobu running around, pull one out and see what happens.
Rust is gonna shift it again so that 0's back at the bottom, and then ask Nobu to go for it and do that.
Go ahead and roll another athletics.
Rust. Oof.
As again, you're able to turn it, even though it seems to be at a ridiculous weight. Actually, you're turning it back to 0?
Yes.
You can't.
Oh.
As you try to turn it back up so 0 could be at the bottom, you find that turning it up is ridiculously more difficult than turning it down. Because turn down for what?
Interesting. Can't turn it back down.
I'm going to put myself at a good spot where using my triplified voice, as Nobu goes through the place, he can hear me, and we'll have him take the shield out, see what happens.
So,
gonna stand back and watch.
as you guys do
pull out
this,
a notebook
the
and write down whatever happens.
numbers that you get, basically, at first is... So basically, with Nobu starting over 10
Yep,
through
just
20,
one at a time, checking them out.
30 through 40.
Nobu getting that exercise in.
Five weapons? Or
4
5
weapons
items?
and a shield, yes. Oh boy. I think something is missing, guys.
Hmm.
The first walkthrough, I saw 7 statues.
Do you want to go back and check to see fucking how I did it or whatever? I'm tired. I'm not gonna bother. Do I want to go back and see? Does it what like? She makes a gesture at a sheath. Like, see what's missing.
Yeah. But first, gold.
You look at all this, and it's really exciting, but gold is useless to you.
Well, if you can't tell, he has an aesthetic. He really likes the color gold.
Then yeah. If you want to collect all the gold in here...
Not all of it, just one pile.
Alright, so one pile. That would be the equivalent of... Let's see.
He really likes the color. Because his earrings are the color, his necklace is the color, his eyes glow the color.
Yes, Sienna's starting to see this.
So that'd be 32 gold.
Okay.
They'll mark it as a separate item. Don't mark it actually as the gold.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Echo, you're just taking this gold from this archaeological dig?
Just a little bit of it.
I mean, I'm not sure exactly how this gold will be very useful.
It's not. I just like it.
I imagine he plans to donate it to a church.
Yes, right?
Some of it.
Right, that's interesting. Okay. Russ is
Alright,
going to...
So, it's around
Yeah,
this
I
time, you hear a... echo from in here.
Would that be the door?
Followed by a... skirt, skirt, as it seems to be getting closer.
So guys, remember when I said there was a exit we should be wary of?
Aye. Okay.
As you continue to hear this noise, you watch as each brazier at the furthest end, slowly one by one towards you, seems to flicker out.
That's concerning.
As in the shadow, you can see a tall figure, standing at around 10 feet tall, humanoid, gets shown for a moment before getting obscured by the darkness. As you all look amongst each other and sense dread coming from that area. With that, we're gonna end it here.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching. That was They Were Heroes, episode 2. The archaeological episode.
Yeah, my favorite episode.
The episode where the players spent ages on several easy puzzles that we're going to go, oh fuck, I can't really figure out what this one is.
I was gonna say easy.
But thank you again for watching. This has been They Were Heroes. We do this game every Saturday at 10:35 p.m. CST. And yeah, it goes on for normally 3 hours. Today was like around 3.5. And yeah,
I think we're here longer than 3 hours.
we've been streaming for 4. We only been playing for 3.5. Because breaks.
I guess.
But yeah, we are going to go ahead and mosey our way out of here. And don't worry, by next week we will be a lot more grounded without people walking around and not being at the game. I mean, what? What was that? That was
Both
weird.
I had a fire alarm. Alan, steal the kitten.
Yeah, it's all good. So, remember you can follow me at Nightxgamer at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon. And remember everything that you do on those. If it's a like, sub, anything that's relevant. It helps the channel a lot. If you'd like to share on all the social medias, please do. We'd like to see more people coming out to these games and being a part of our community. But we're heading out of here, so again, thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace.